welcome to our channel. I am Sanjana and my friend Vishnu Priya from 2nd CSCA. Coming to our topic, SSTF Disk Scheduling Algorithm under the guidance of Dr. M. Prasad, PhD, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, SWEC, Autonomous Bhimavaram. And moving into the video.
Hello all, today our topic is SSTF Scheduling Algorithm. First of all, what is meant by scheduling algorithm? Scheduling algorithm decides the order in which the jobs are to be executed. Now coming to the SSTF, first of all the full form of SSTF is shortest seek-back first. Shortest seek-back first is SSTF is a secondary storage scheduling algorithm. Determines the motion of arm in a read-write header. SSTF is an enhanced version of the FCFS algorithm. In SSTF scheduling algorithm, we will solve this algorithm. That means we will solve the algorithm based on the following rules. The first rule is from the current read or write header, we will find the nearer value to the read or write header and we will solve this problem.
Examples of SSTF scheduling algorithm.
Now by looking this example, we will clearly understand what is the SSTF scheduling algorithm. Here the question is a disk queue with request for IO to blocks on cylinders or like this, and here we have to calculate the total number of movements. Initially the disk head is at 53 and the total length of disk head is 200. That means it will be look like 0 to 199, total 200. And initially the disk head is at 53. From the current read or write head position, we have to check the nearer value. From the for 53, the nearer value is 65. And at the side, we have to calculate the total. Here total means from 65 we have to subtract 53. 65 minus 53 and plus. And now again the current read or write. And now the current read or write head is at 65. From 65 we have to check the nearer position to the 65. Here nearer position request is at 67. Now we will keep 67 as here. And now again we will write like this as 67 minus 65. And now the current read or write header is at 67. Now from 67 we have to check the nearer value in the queue. Here the nearer value in the queue is 37. So 37 is this side. So that's why we write 37 and the read or write header moves this side. And now the current read or write header is at 37. From 37 we have to check what is nearer to the 37. Here the 14 is nearer to the 37. And at the same time we have to write these values also. From 67 we move to 37. That's why 67 minus 37. Here we always subtract higher value from lower value only. And from 37 we move here 14. And now from 14, what is the nearer value? Here already 67 is completed, 65 is completed, 14 is completed and 37 is completed. Now the remaining values are 98, 183, 122 and 124. Here 98 is very nearer compared to 183, 122 and 124. So that's why here the read or write 90. Now from again we have to update here also, that is 98 minus 14 plus, and now 98 also completed. Now from 98 which is nearer, 122 is very near, so that's why here we move to 122. At the same time, 122 minus 98 plus. Here 120 also, 122 also now completed. So from 122, the nearer position is at 124. Now the reader side header will move to 124, and we have to write like this as 124 minus 1, so plus. And again, here now 124 also completed. Now from this reader right header, the nearest position is 183. Now it will move to 183. And here also 183 minus 124. In this way, we will solve all the sequence. Now here the total number of movements we have to calculate it. Here we have to perform all the series of subtraction. On performing all these series of subtraction, we will get 236 movements. Now coming to the another example, here also a disk of Q with request for IO2 blocks on cylinder or like this. Now these all will be in the form of Q. That is 82, 170, 43, 140, 24 and 60 and 150. And here total number of flags are 200. That means the flags will be in this format, and there are from 0 to 199. And total are 200 flags. And disk head is initially at 50. Now disk head is initially at 50. From here, this is the initial current head. From this 50 current head, it will check the nearer value to the 50. So in this cube, the nearer value to the 50 is 43. The difference between 50 and 43 is 7. So that's why 50 minus 43 plus. So that's why from 50 it moves to 43. Now the initial right hand is moved towards 43. From 43 the nearer value is 24. Now it moves towards 24. Now the current reader hand we have to write that 43 minus 24 plus. Now the current reader right hand is at 24. From 24 again in the cube it will check the near value to the 24 is 16. And the reader right hand move towards the 16. And that is 24 minus 16 plus. Now in the cube, the reader right hand is at 16. From 16 again it will check the nearer value. The values in the queue are 82, 170, 140 and 190. Now the value nearer to the 60 is 82. So that's why 82 position is here. And the reader right hand moves towards 82. That is 82 minus 16. Now the current reader right hand is at 82. From 82 it will check again in the queue the nearer value which is to the 82. The nearer value to 82 is 140 and it moves towards 140. Plus 140 minus 80 plus The values in the queue are 170 and 190. The nearer value is 170. So it moves towards 170. And now the current wheel or right head position is at 170. From 170, again it will check the nearer value which is at to the 170 is 190. Now the current wheel or right head position is here. Here the requests in the queue are also finished. Now we have to calculate the total number of movements. Here we have stopped the process, that is 142 minus 82 and 170 minus 140 plus 190 minus 170. We have to perform the series of subtractions to find the total number of movements. Here we calculate the total number of movements. First of all, what is 53 minus 7? 43 is 7 plus 43 minus 24 is 19 and 24 minus 16 is 8 and 82 minus 16 is 66 plus 140 minus 82 is 58 plus 170 minus 140 is 30 plus 190 minus 170 is 20. On adding all these 7 plus 8 is 15 and 30 plus 20 is 50 and 19 plus 66 plus 58. Here the total number of components I am adding all these is 211 components. Advantages of SSTF. The first one is it will show better throughput in batch systems, and it will show the less response time and less waiting time. Here the response time means the time at which the process entered into the queue and finishes its task. And now coming to the disadvantages of SSTF. The first and most important disadvantage of SSTF is starvation. By taking simple example, I will explain what is the starvation. Here it is 40, 61, 30, 20 and 10. And the total number of tracks are 200 and the initial head is at 50. From here it is checks the 40 is the least, and next it weighs 30 and next it goes to 10 and next it goes to 10 and next it goes to 61. Here the 61 is entered at second, but it finishes its task at last. That means in here it has to wait the longest time. Here the long time leads to the starvation. Now coming to the second disadvantage is overhead. Overhead means for every time we have to check the entire queue for single process. First time we have to check n minus 1 elements, and for second time we have to check n minus 2 elements, and for second time we have to check n minus 3 elements, and for fourth time we have to check n minus 4 elements. In this way we have to select the entire queue for every time. This will take the time taking process, but however it has also less seek time. This is one of the major drawbacks.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.